definition of a drama queen. An annoying person who easily becomes worried, someone who tends to treat situations as more serious or exciting than they really are. Sir Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and yes. I took a survey before I did this speech, and I asked, are sons easier or are daughters easier to raise? Sons are easier. Why? Because girls, and I have my crew out here with their pink tiaras on, thank you so much. They're my drama queens today. I am the queen, and they are my princesses. So girls are definitely a lot harder, and I think that happens when they're in the womb. For whatever reason, they probably kick a lot more than boys do. And then they come out, and they're screaming and crying, and boys are like, yeah, whatever, I was born. Well, I'm going to tell you a few stories about some drama in my life. Have you ever traveled, and guys like to use their GPS and their technical gizmos, and for girls, for the most part, we'll do a map quest or something, and we'll print out a map. But GPS, Garmin, you have to update it every year. If it's 5 years old, obviously it's not going to have the same type of roads because roads keep getting built and renewed, or new streets get added. So when you're on vacation and you're heading up to North Georgia like my husband and I have, you're going to get lost. So we go home, we work all day on Friday. His big idea is to, let's leave at midnight. All right, whatever. So I have to work all day, and then I gotta come home, feed the dogs, feed you, and then we're gonna leave at midnight? How am I supposed to get my beauty rest? Oh, I guess I'll take a Xanax and just sleep in the truck. So I'm helping him, and we're loading the enclosed trailer. 2 motorcycles, all the motorcycle gear, because of all the really great roads that are up there in North Georgia. A 5-gallon bucket with bleach and water? Okay, I'm not gonna ask about that. We get up to Atlanta in the morning. We stop, we get a little breakfast. I really have to go. He says, well, you're not gonna use a public restroom, are you? And I said, I kinda like to wash my hands. Well, that's what the wet wipes are for. But I really gotta go. He says, well, use a 5-gallon bucket. And I said, I do not think so. I am not using a 5-gallon bucket. No way. If that water or that bleach splashes on me, no. That's just about as bad as going primitive camping. If I'm gonna go camping, I better be put up in a Hilton. I am not going camping. Well, on our way up there to North Georgia, this is the first time that we've ever been to this cabin, and we get to the right address, and it has a gate, but guess what? It's the wrong city. I said, you moron? Are you kidding me? You put in the wrong city? I mean, Dahlonega starts with a D. Cleveland starts with a C. How can you type in the wrong dadgum city? And then I can hear my niece and my nephew back there in the back seat saying to their friends as they're texting, OMG, we're gonna die. Because you get on these very narrow roads, and here we are in this huge Yukon pulling an enclosed trailer with half of our house in it, and he's now got to turn around. And he says to me, get out and lead me back down the hill? I'm thinking, you're crazy? I'm not getting out of the truck. It's 40 degrees outside. I'm staying where it's nice and warm. So that all happens in October. Then we get back home, and November comes around. Now, backing up to May, my mother and I always do a lot of canning. We can our own pickles. We make pickled okra we do our black-eyed peas, etc. And then my mom's very sharing. She likes to share her cream corn. She shares a little with all my sisters. Well, my sister's mother-in-law decides she's going to make the cream corn for Thanksgiving. Okay. My husband had to stay home that Thanksgiving because he was sick. We sit down, the table's looking really nice. My mom looks at the plate and says, "Oh, you made my cream corn. Sweet." "Oh," she says, "who put cream cheese in my cream corn? I just can't believe that somebody would put cream cheese in my prize cream corn." This is her cream corn, and it's prized because it's so doggone good. And she goes on and on about, "I just can't believe it. You just destroyed it." And if you've ever seen Seinfeld and they go to get the soup, and the soup Nazi says, "No more soup for you." Well, she says to my sister, "No more cream corn for you. If you want your own cream corn, you go out into the field, you pick your own daggum corn, and you cream it." She says, "That's a lot of work I put into that cream corn, and you put cream cheese in it?" Oh, drama queen. Unfortunately, my sister's mother-in-law said, "Sorry, Trudy, didn't mean to mess up your cream corn." So there have been instances where there's been drama. The one thing we have learned is to take a current atlas with you that shows you exactly what roads you need to take, and never put cream corn in Mama's, or put cream cheese in Mama's cream corn. Sir Toastmaster.